What's up guys, and welcome to the channel. Today we will dive into the Undead, and I'm going to give you guys my thoughts on this newly released VR game. I was able to test the game early, and they also sent out the creator kit that was real dope. Shouts out to them. The links will be in the description if you want to test this game out too. So without further ado, let's dive in. FPS and VR games is a never-ending love story. You can literally throw up random words together and there will be a FPS shooter for VR with that name. But every once in a while there's an FPS game that does have the potential to stand out, and Zombie Army VR is one of those games. So today we'll be talking about the good, the bad, and the dead, and whether or not you should put this in your collection or not. So let's start with the basics. Zombie Army franchise has been pretty hit with the zombie shooter fans, and the success of games like Resident Evil 4 and Arizona Sunshine. It was about damn time that the Zombie Army made its way to VR. Also considering the fact that it's a spin-off of the Sniper Elite series, which has multiple games out already. Zombie Army doesn't reinvent the wheel in any way. It's kinda actually a good thing though. It's your typical VR FPS zombie shooter. There's multiple chapters, and all of them follow the horde approach. First you'll fight a horde of zombies, and then it ends in a unique boss battle. Missions typically run between 10 to 25 minutes. You make them feel like a quick VR burst. Ideally for those shorter play sessions though. There's a decent upgrade system for your weapon, which helps add some long-term goals. One unique mechanic this game has is getting headshots with rifle actually recharge your stamina, which make those sweet one-tap even feel better. And of course we got those sick X-ray shots that are associated with this series. They look even better in VR too, I'm telling you. Through the bucket? Oh! However, not all weapons feel equally satisfying. You can't two-hand pistol, which make this feel out a bit, and weapons snap back automatically, which might seem cool to new players, but it feels kinda odd when you've been playing VR for a long time. So a toggle option or something like that will make it feel more realistic. Let's talk about those ugly zombies that you would be spending most of your time on. There's about 3 to 4 different zombie types, and while it's not a huge variety, each one brings a slightly different challenge. You'll find yourself taking on hordes of zombies and a whole bunch of other stuff. Then suddenly dealing with a mini boss, and finally the big boss. It's structured a bit like Call of Duty Zombies if it had an actual story campaign, I guess. And if you're a fan of those good old melee combats, then the game has enough variety to scratch their itch, you nasty. Of course it's not the same level of game as Blade of Sorcery or something like that, but you can use hammers and blunt weapons, which are still satisfying enough to use. Smashing those zombie brains is pretty fun, I'm telling y'all. Oh my god! Come and get this work. Come and get this work. Come on. Come on. Come on. Get back. Get back. Oh, it broke. Or you can also use grenades to clear out a large horde. I mean, what's better than a big boom? Speaking of gameplay mechanics, the boss fights are actually quite fun though. They don't seem repetitive, and they do offer quite a bit of a challenge. You might not get through them your first attempt, but nevertheless it provides a fun experience. The game also offers a co-op mode that you can play with a friend. It is limited to only 2 players, but I think with the gameplay that's pretty cool. They might end up adding different modes specifically for online gameplay, but for now, the game does offer a decent co-op experience. I'm calling it decent and not good because it's still a bit rough around the edges and still a little clunky at times, but all in all, if you want to go zombie hunting with your friends, that this game allows it. I think this is a really good game to play and does lay a strong foundation for this series on VR. We can expect even more content to drop for this game in the coming future. It's a nice arcade style shooter that has fast action, decent graphics, and gory gameplay that every zombie fan can get behind. The game is still good even if you're a casual VR gamer or a hardcore. It can keep you on it for hours for sure. Though it depends on the team if they keep adding more content to keep this product alive or not. No pun intended. This game is developed by the same guys that worked on Sniper Elite or the original Zombie Army franchise. It's a new team, so we'll cut them a little slack. At the end of the day, you can definitely buy this game if you're craving for that classic Call of Duty zombie experience in VR. You'll have a blast, I'm telling you. But if you're not a fan of the genre, then maybe look somewhere else, because it's not one of those games that's gonna convert you over. And that wraps it up for my review. Tell me what you guys think. Is Zombie Army VR worth the price, or are you still waiting on the content updates? Drop your thoughts below. Hit that like if you found this review helpful. Subscribe for more honest VR game and tech reviews. And until next time, y'all stay alive out there.